In a quiet corner of Zimbabwe, something extraordinary is happening once again. A man whose ideas once defied logic has returned with another creation that could change the world. Maxwell Chikumbutso, the inventor known for building self-powered cars, wireless generators, and homes that run without electricity, has just revealed his next creation, and it's absolutely unreal. For years, the world has heard whispers about Maxwell's mind-bending inventions. Some called him a genius ahead of his time. Others dismissed him as a myth. But no matter how much doubt surrounded him, his machines kept working, silently challenging the laws of physics and the control of global industries. Now, in 2025, Maxwell has stepped forward again, revealing something so advanced that it feels like science fiction made real. His newest project, rumored to be called Project Vortex, is not just another generator or battery. It's a system that can pull usable energy straight from the atmosphere itself, wirelessly, endlessly, and without any fuel. Imagine a world where your car never needs charging. Where your home powers itself without the grid. Where cities glow at night, powered by the invisible waves that already surround us. That's the future Maxwell is working toward. The concept behind Project Vortex combines electromagnetic resonance and nanoenergy collection. It captures the natural electromagnetic vibrations around us, energy that's constantly flowing through the air, and converts them into electricity. In simple terms, it's like plugging into the universe itself. Leaked images show a compact cube-shaped device glowing with soft blue light. It looks simple, but inside are layers of nanostructured plates vibrating at precise frequencies. When those frequencies sync with environmental electromagnetic waves, the system begins to resonate, producing continuous power. If true, that means no batteries. No refueling. No dependence on oil, wind, or sunlight. Just endless clean energy. Early reports suggest one unit could power a house indefinitely. Imagine what that means for remote villages, for disaster zones, for families living off-grid. One small box, enough to light up a community. But with great power comes great resistance. Maxwell's previous breakthroughs faced suppression and skepticism. Some say his earlier inventions were confiscated. Others claim powerful groups pressured him to stop. After all, an invention that can make the energy industry obsolete threatens billions of dollars in profit. Yet, despite all that, Maxwell has never stopped. He's been working quietly, away from the spotlight, and now he's returned with a message. In a video message posted online, he said, "Humanity is ready for freedom. I'm not inventing to impress, I'm inventing to liberate." Those words ignited the internet. Supporters hailed him as a visionary, a modern-day Tesla. Critics dismissed it as impossible. But engineers analyzing the footage say that what he's showing might just be real, and if it is, it changes everything. Think about what this means. A self-sustaining power source could free people from paying energy bills forever. It could remove dependence on oil. It could eliminate blackouts. It could bring energy independence to every country on Earth. But it could also shake the world's most powerful systems. Energy isn't just about power, it's about control. Nations rise and fall on energy resources. Wars are fought over them. Entire economies depend on them. And now, one man in Zimbabwe may have found a way to make it all irrelevant. The possibilities are breathtaking. Imagine electric vehicles that drive forever without charging stations. Remote hospitals powered endlessly. Entire nations running on limitless, wireless energy pulled directly from nature. Maxwell Chikumbutso believes energy should be free, and is determined to prove it. He says, "Energy is life. And life should be free." Those words are simple, but behind them lies a vision so big it could reshape civilization itself. In rural Africa, where power lines don't reach, a single vortex device could light up hundreds of homes. Children could study at night. Communities could thrive. Clean water systems could operate without fuel. Entire villages could step into the future overnight. And it doesn't stop there. If Project Vortex scales globally, it could mark the beginning of a new era, an age of true energy independence. The kind of freedom humanity has dreamed of for centuries. But such ideas have always come with danger. The bigger the invention, the stronger the pushback. History remembers innovators who were silenced, forgotten, or destroyed for daring to challenge powerful industries. Whether Maxwell's vision will survive that resistance remains to be seen. Still, one thing is certain, he's not afraid. He's calm, focused, and confident that his mission is guided by something greater than money or fame. To him, it's about purpose. About breaking the chains of dependence. About giving back power, literally, to the people. As word of his new invention spreads, governments and corporations are already taking notice. Some are investigating. Others are staying silent. But the public is watching closer than ever before. And this time, it might be impossible to stop what's coming. Maxwell's inventions have always existed on the edge of science and mystery, but his consistency has given him credibility. He's proved, again and again, that what seems impossible today can become real tomorrow. If Project Vortex is truly operational, it could be the single most important technological leap since electricity itself. It could end poverty in regions held back by energy shortages. It could cut carbon emissions worldwide. It could make humanity self-sufficient for the first time in history. The idea sounds too bold, too perfect, but that's exactly what people said about every major breakthrough in history. The airplane, the internet, the smartphone. Every revolutionary idea once looked impossible until it wasn't. And that's what makes Maxwell's story so powerful. He doesn't just invent machines, he invents hope. He represents the idea that genius can come from anywhere, that innovation doesn't need $1 billion lab, and that one person can still change the entire world. Maxwell Chikumbutso's journey is a reminder that progress doesn't belong only to corporations or governments. It belongs to dreamers. To people brave enough to see beyond the known. To creators who believe that the laws of science are not barriers, but doors waiting to be opened. The world is watching now. Some are skeptical. Some are hopeful. But no one can ignore him anymore. Because if what Maxwell claims is true, then humanity is standing on the edge of an energy revolution unlike anything we've ever seen. And this time, the spark didn't come from Silicon Valley or a billionaire's lab. It came from a quiet workshop in Zimbabwe, where a man dared to dream beyond imagination. The age of limitless energy might just be beginning. And when history looks back, it might say that it all started with Maxwell Chikumbutso and an invention so unreal, it changed everything. And as Maxwell's message ripples across the digital world, something extraordinary is happening behind the scenes. Engineers, physicists, and innovators from across continents are beginning to pay attention not just out of curiosity but because they recognize familiar patterns in his technology. Whispered discussions are emerging in online tech circles and private research forums. Some say that what Maxwell is doing mirrors the hidden work of Nikola Tesla, the wireless energy dream that was buried a century ago, now reborn through African innovation. But for the rest of the world, for ordinary people, this could be the ultimate liberation. A world where no one ever worries about an electricity bill. A world where technology is no longer limited by access to power. A world where clean, limitless energy becomes a basic human right, not a privilege. For rural communities across Africa, this could mean light where there was once darkness. For schools, hospitals, and small businesses, it could mean progress without dependency. Imagine a continent powered entirely by its own innovation, not imported fuel, not borrowed technology, but homegrown genius. That's the future Maxwell represents. His vision extends beyond just energy. He believes this technology can be scaled into transportation, communications, and even medicine. If energy can be drawn wirelessly from the atmosphere, then vehicles, aircraft, and ships could operate endlessly without fuel. Remote villages could power satellites, data networks, and clean water systems. Humanity could step into an era of self-sufficient technology, a true civilization of independence. But there's a darker side too. Some fear that such technology, in the wrong hands, could destabilize the world. Energy monopolies might fight back. Political powers could suppress access. History has already shown what happens when groundbreaking ideas threaten the status quo. The disappearance of inventors, the silencing of whistleblowers, the destruction of prototypes, it's all happened before. And that's why supporters around the globe are now rallying behind Maxwell, demanding transparency, open access, and protection for his work. They believe that this time, the world cannot afford to let such a discovery vanish. The hashtag #ProtectMaxwell is trending on social media, spreading across continents like wildfire. People are calling on international organizations, universities, and independent engineers to document and replicate his work before it disappears again. At the same time, videos of his workshop are surfacing showing small glowing devices pulsing gently on benches cluttered with wires and tools. You can see him testing voltage meters, running lights, and spinning motors, all without visible power sources. It's not cinematic. It's raw, authentic, almost humble. But what's happening there could be the beginning of a new age. Journalists are starting to fly in. Documentary crews are requesting access. Even major tech YouTubers are preparing deep dives into his inventions. The story is too big to ignore. Now it's spreading beyond borders, beyond science, beyond skepticism. Some experts are calling it the Maxwell effect. A moment in history when the impossible becomes inevitable. But Maxwell isn't seeking fame. He's not trying to prove he's right, he's trying to show what's possible when humanity stops limiting itself to the rules of the past. He once said in an interview, "We don't need to reinvent nature, we just need to understand it." And that's the essence of his work, a belief that everything humanity needs already exists around us. The air, the frequencies, the vibrations, they are all sources of energy waiting to be unlocked. As time passes, small independent engineers and hobbyists are beginning to post videos online showing mini versions of what they claim are Maxwell-inspired systems. Some work for a few seconds, some longer, some fail entirely. But the important thing is this: people are trying. The idea has sparked a global wave of experimentation and hope. Energy freedom, once an impossible dream, is now a movement. Governments are watching carefully. Some quietly send scientists to investigate. Others dismiss it publicly while studying it privately. The scientific community stands divided between those who cling to established physics and those who believe breakthroughs happen by breaking the rules. And right in the middle of that storm stands Maxwell, calm, focused, unshaken. He's not just an inventor, he's become a symbol. A symbol of African brilliance, of global curiosity, of rebellion against limitation. The kind of mind that only appears once in a generation, misunderstood at first, but destined to leave a mark that echoes through time. While the world debates, Maxwell keeps building. Some say he's already working on the next evolution, a compact energy cell that could fit inside a phone or laptop, giving permanent, wireless power forever. If that's true, we could soon be living in a world without chargers, batteries, or energy storage limits. Every device would simply draw power from the environment around it seamlessly, invisibly, endlessly. That's the reality Maxwell Chikumbutso wants to create, a world where humanity finally breaks its dependence on limited resources. A world where innovation no longer serves profit, but people. His dream may seem too vast, too perfect, too unreal. But so did every revolution before it. And if history teaches us anything, it's that progress often begins with one impossible idea and one relentless mind who refuses to give up on it. The story isn't ending here. It's only beginning. Maxwell's next chapter is unfolding right now, quietly, defiantly, and with the power to reshape the world. Maxwell Chikumbutso's story is far from over. In fact, it's only just beginning. What he's doing right now could rewrite the entire future of how humanity lives, works, and powers the world. His inventions aren't just about energy, they're about freedom, equality, and the power of human imagination. For the first time, one man is standing against the limits that have defined modern technology, and he's doing it not for profit, but for purpose. Whether the world believes him or not, the spark he's lit cannot be extinguished. Because even if his inventions face resistance, even if powerful industries push back, the idea of limitless, self-sustaining energy is now out there, and it's spreading fast. It's no longer just about Maxwell, it's about every dreamer, every inventor, every person who believes that the impossible can be real. His work reminds us that true innovation doesn't come from massive corporations or billion-dollar labs. It comes from bold minds who dare to dream differently, who see not what the world is, but what it could be. And maybe, just maybe, the next revolution in human history won't come from the richest nations or the most powerful companies. It'll come from a small workshop in Africa, where one man decided that energy should belong to everyone. If you believe in that vision, if you believe in a future powered by innovation, not limitation, then it's time to act. Share this story. Talk about it. Question what's possible. Because the more people who know, the harder it becomes for the truth to be buried again. And if you want to keep following Maxwell's journey and the incredible breakthroughs reshaping our world right now, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss what's next, because the next chapter might just change everything we know about energy, technology, and the future of humanity itself. The age of limitless power may be closer than we think. And it all begins with one man, one vision, and one invention that's absolutely unreal.